Hello and welcome back to our discussion on intents and starting a new activity and communicating between two activities. So what we saw last time is creating the Shohan activity and passing the balance from the the wallet activity to that new Shohan activity, and um, you know using that balance to place your bets and gamble. Um, I ended the previous video by saying there are a couple of bugs that we still need to fix. So let's first go ahead and take a look at the bug itself. Okay, so here is the code we have in the wallet activity and the Shohan activity. And if I run this, okay, let's see the app is installed successfully. Great. And yeah, here you see the app. Okay, so we start, we earn some coins. Let's get a few more. Okay, 15 coins, good enough. Let's go to the game and let's say I want to bet 4 coins that the sum will be even. And then I roll and I get an odd sum. So I've lost 4 coins. Okay. Um, Now, if I click return to wallet, what do you think will happen? Specifically, what do you think will happen to the balance? Let's see. Okay. The balance there is still 15. So I had lost 4 coins, but I could come back and have 15 coins to begin with. And again, if I go to show hand from here, I'm going to start with 15. So this is quite a loophole, right? Um, I'm able to keep my old stash of coins even though I lost a few in the game. So this is the bug. Um, and we'll see how to fix that bug. But before that, any guess why this bug is there? Um, and I think many of you would have guessed correctly. Well, there is no connection between what happened in the Shohan activity with what is shown on the wallet activity, right? So we'll have to fix that. And once again, passing the updated balance from Shohan activity to the wallet activity will have to happen through an intent. And we'll see how to pass the intent back um, to the origin activity. Okay. So yeah, we had seen this last time. So we are starting here now. So returning to the origin activity, we just did this. We launched the game, earned some coins, went to the game, placed some bet, and lost 4 coins. But then returning to the wallet, it was not updated. So the reason was wallet activity has no idea about what happened in the Shoan activity. To fix that, we will start the game activity, the Shohan activity, in a slightly different way. Instead of just doing start activity like before, we'll have to start it for a result. So that is an indication that the origin activity expects a result when it comes back. Okay. So for that, you first have to create an int um, code which if it's a non-negative code, it's used when the target activity exits. Sorry, it should have been exits, not exists. So when the target activity exits or returns, you should get the get this code back. And we fix the launch buttons behavior by removing the start activity intent and replacing it with start activity for result, passing in the intent and this integer. So let's go ahead and do that change in our code. Okay, so we are in wallet activity. Um, I think I've already created the constant. Yeah, the show and request code is here. So don't need to do that right now, but the start activity intent, we'll replace that with start activity for result and intent, comma, the show and request code. Okay, so this is the first part. Second part is actually capturing the data in the Shoyan activity and bringing it back or passing it back over here. So for that, in the return to wallet, which if you remember is the um, is the function that responds to the click to the return to wallet button. Um, this is where we'll create another intent. So intent, we'll call it result intent, and just a new intent. Okay. And on the result intent, we add a put int extra. Okay. So again, we have to create a key. I already have it here. And once again, this is a package private because you would want to use this key in the wallet activity when extracting the data. So here we go, key balance return, and you put um, the balance on it. Okay. Sorry, oops. It should be get, it should be put. Yeah, and it just put extra. It determines what kind of extra it is based on the second parameter here of the overloaded function. Okay, now you have created the intent with the data to be put on it. The next thing is to call this method set result, which takes two parameters. It's an overloaded function, but the form we want to use takes two parameters. First of it is a result code, and we'll use result OK over here. There is result OK and result cancelled, which are inbuilt values. Result OK indicates, as the name suggests, that launching of this target activity and then returning from it has happened as expected. So there is no failure in that. Result cancelled is when the activity is cancelled by pressing the back button, for example. All right, and the second parameter is the intent. So we pass the result intent over here. And yeah, don't remove the call to finish because we want the Shohan activity to finish and then go back to the wallet activity. Okay, so this is the second step. First step is starting the activity with start activity for result, as we saw here in wallet activity. Second step is creating the intent and setting it on set result. And then the third step is to actually capture the result again in the origin activity. In our case, it's the wallet activity. So for that, you have a special lifecycle method called on activity result, um, which takes a request code, which is what we passed here. Then a result code, which is the result OK that we are getting from there, the Shohan activity, and then the intent data, which carries the information that we may find useful over here. Okay, so just to continue with our logging practice, we'll note where we are. We are in the on activity result, and then uh, um, we check for whether the result code matches what we have, what we had passed, and the, sorry, this should have been the request code. Request code matches this, and the result code matches result OK. Okay, and if that is the case, we extract the value from data. Now, data has a tag nullable, annotation nullable, so data can be null. So we should check against null. If we don't, let me just type it without it, and then Android Studio will warn you about it. So then you extract the balance here from data dot get int extra, and you have the key coming from the other class. Okay, and the default value is 0. All right. Yeah, and just log this balance after result or run is the balance. And now all we need to do is simply set the balance to the balance that we just talked about. Okay. And after getting it, we should immediately update the UI. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you see here on this get int extra, we are getting a warning that um, this may result in a null pointer exception, and it also gives you as a suggestion to protect it with data equals null. Yeah, and this is one way of doing it, but I would rather put everything under the guard like this. Yeah. Okay. So yes, this is the third step where we grab the data and show it on the result. Okay. So now let's launch the modified version of the code and see what we get. Okay, successfully launched. Let's see. So again, let's earn some coins. Okay, 5, 10, 15. Good. Okay, so I hit Shohan and I have 15 coins here. Once again, let's place a bet for 4 coins for the sum to be even. And wow, I lost that bet again. Okay, but now we are at 11. And let's see, return to wallet brings us back and we have 11 coins. Okay. So we were able to pass the data back from the target activity to the origin activity and then updated the origin activity with that. Okay. Let's go back to the slides. The slides have the code that we talked about. And yeah, so you can use this code on the slides or just continue working with the live coding that I did. To understand the mechanism of passing intents using this example, here is a UML sequence diagram. Okay, so we are in the wallet activity, and when the user clicks the show hand button, a start activity for result is passed. That message is passed with the intent as its parameter along with the other information. Okay, and this message goes to the activity manager. The activity manager then figures out from the intent that the component specified in this intent is the Shohan activity class. So it's an explicit intent, and the activity manager launches Shohan activity by calling its onCreate and passing it the bundle. Okay. There the user does whatever he or she wants, but when the user hits the return to wallet button, um, the set result is called. And again, one of its parameters is the intent. So that call goes again to the activity manager, and the activity manager figures out which activity to invoke now. Um, in this case, it is the wallet activity because it's a set result call, so it knows where to go back to. Okay? And since it's going back, it calls the on activity result on the wallet activity, and that's where the control goes. Okay, so that's how we are executing the code that we just wrote. And the key point here is, although the two activities are part of the same package, same app, the message passing between them via intents is happening via this asynchronous mechanism that goes through the activity manager, which is on the OS. So the activity manager is the one that is actively handling these intents and calling the appropriate methods on the target activities, on create on showhan activity and on activity result on the wallet activity. Okay, so we squashed one of the two bugs that I mentioned, Can anyone guess what the other bug is? Okay. The other bug is pressing off the back button. So let's go and see what happens. Okay, so we are at balance 11. We go to the show hand activity with 11. Let's say I want to say 5 coins on the sum being odd, and I actually earned those 5 coins. Okay, I feel lucky. So let's put 8 coins on sum being even, and now I have 24, right? If I click return to wallet, I'm going to get 24 back. We just saw that. But what if I click the back button, the small triangle over here? Okay. So the balance here is 24. I click back and my coins, my balance is back to 11. I lost everything that I earned in the game. Um, so that's the other bug. And the question is, what happens when you press the back button? To understand that, we'll have to understand tasks and backstack in the context of Android activities and processes. Okay, so we'll talk about that in a later video. We'll stop here, and this video and this presentation now covers the basics of intents, explicit intents in particular, and launching an activity with an intent, passing data to the target activity, and also getting data back from the target activity. Okay, all right, we'll stop here. Thank you.